So I want to make things very clear. I'm basically going to be talking about everything that I personally been feeling about the whole Kodiak thing, what's going on, all the drama and such. Granted, prior to this talk coming out, he did make an announcement in his server, basically apologizing to DJ, which I am happy about. I I am really happy about that. And that's the important thing. Now, look, I'm going to be straight up. Kodiak's a really cool dude. I love the dude like a brother. But this is going to be rough. As me trying to make my way into the content creation world, right? And then eventually planning on, debuting my VTuber like model and whatnot. I just want to make things clear. I want to be completely transparent with my community as possible. Everyone knows me, whether it be from Cody's community, Jess and my and other people's community on X Street, as well people that I know in real life. That I take, I'm fully accountable for anything that I say, and I hold people's accountability the highest. That's what I look for out of any friendship. If you're not accountable for your stuff, then some serious talks need to be said. So, with the whole thing that happened in Kodiak stuff, it was just incredibly disheartening. It was frustrating. I got angry, so very angry with all the stuff that happened. I remember the other day I was in his VC. He wasn't in there, but a handful of people that were in the community were in there. And then a couple days ago, whenever Kodiak dropped his one video on X, I was very angry, dude. I don't get angry easily. I have a long fuse. That stuff made me very angry. Now, I know that he mentioned that I sent him a docky. I did. I really thought about what needed to be said. And like I said, I want to be completely transparent as possible. So, I'm just going to let you guys know what I told the dude. I love the dude. Yeah, Moo was there. And again, I still feel bad about what happened. I hate feeling like that. I shouldn't have to feel like that towards somebody, especially somebody who I have a lot of respect for. And before I get started reading this, I want to be very clear. I don't want any hate towards Kodiak. I want him to get the help that he needs, to take the advice that he needs. And if I find out that somebody is going after him, you will be removed from my community. Straight up. I hate parents fighting. It's just like, oh god, the dads are fighting again. uh But yeah, so this is what I told him. And honestly, before I really get into this, I just want you guys to know where I'm coming from with this. I have known Kodiak since probably around October. Maybe not as long as some other people, but for quite a while. I had his back during the Kia Karumi situation, and honestly, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't have met the dude. Um, Nothing but respect and love for the dude, still to this point, and I will always have his back, no matter what. But I just want to be completely clear what I told him and what I'm telling you guys. These are my words and what I told him. And I just want to hash out some points within my little docky that I wrote for him. All right, Kodiak. I really need you to read this completely before you say anything, because it's important that this needs to be said. Not just the sake of our friendship, but the friendship of others and the community you built over the course of time. Granted, people come and go, and that's normal. A lot of people in your community haven't been in your community as long as DJ, Rosso, and myself and others. Hell, Rat has known you for a very long time, and he's been concerned about your recent online behavior. We all have. Now, let's talk about the video that you posted and everything else that's happened that led to this point. So, for those who aren't aware, 2 days ago, I feel like it is now. Yeah, 2 days ago, Kodiak released a video. It was originally his hiatus video. Granted, the way he worded stuff in that video made it sound like I'll be completely honest, it made it sound like he was shitting all over his community. He was claiming that people were dogpiling him. Nobody was dogpiling him. People were just letting him know, hey, read everything before you say anything. Don't post such angrily with anger all the time. Listen to us. Like, take our advice and like step back and relax. Wait until all the information's out before you say something, before you make yourself look ridiculous. And I mean, that's essentially what I harped on that point on that. And I mean, only time will tell. I really hope he does listen. All right, so the video. I just want to address some things that you've definitely gotten wrong. Now, when you say that nobody has reached out to you to see if you're okay and how you're feeling, that was definitely a lie. I know I'm not the best whenever it comes to starting conversations online via messaging and whatnot, but I've always had that issue. You and I know that I at least DM'd you about once a week to check in and see if you just need anything to reach out. You and I also know that several other people have done the same thing as far as reaching out and checking up on you, which that is objectively true. Again, I don't have a proper streaming setup. I just have my PlayStation and a Surface Pro. But if I had the capability, I would show you guys the screenshots at least once a week, or at least I tried to at least once a week, if not every other week. I try to reach out to the dude, checking in to see he's okay. There's sometimes that he like responds with like a little emoji, and I mean, that's okay. But rather have him say something than just kind of react to something, you know what I mean? Love the dude. He needs to work on his communication. Now for the Vex situation. You told us from the very beginning not to go after her when everything blew up, and for the most part, everyone agreed and stopped, which is absolutely true. A lot of people Yeah, it's yeah. My potato top is bad. Like I told you, and like I'm telling others, this little thing it does not have enough RAM to run Peak. And I was pissed because I got Peak as a gift from a buddy of mine, and I'm not even able to play it. It's so frustrating. But that's beyond the point. So, harping on this first point with the whole Vex thing, yes, for the most part, everyone was pissed whenever the whole um, Vex thing started. Everyone wanted to go after her. Everyone wanted to. Okay, yeah, thank you. Actually, shit, I don't even have a drink with me. Um, Give me a minute. Let me grab a drink. It's my bad. All right. And three, two, one. That's good. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely need a good stretch and whatnot. So yeah, everyone stopped attacking Vex whenever all that stuff happened. I mean, there were some stupid people that still went after her. We told them to stop. This is a Vinny I can listen to and go to sleep. His voice feels safe and comfy. Aw, thanks. So, yeah, I mean, there was some dumb people that still went after Vex, but we completely hushed them up or completely removed them from the server. For example, the weird ass Dark Hunters guy who was still harassing Vex's people and being really weird with some of the females in the community. Gross stuff. But yeah, glad that dude's gone. Um and yeah, like everyone stopped. Now I know you're on the phone and dealing with lawyers all the time, dealing with Vex, the Better Business Bureau to remove the stain on your work history, and dealing with moving to afford everything. I never been through that personally, and I hope I never do. But I'm praying for you that you pull through this because this definitely sucks. And I mean, it's true. It's true. I mean, the Vex thing was just not good overall. The lawyer fees, that's something else. And hell, they even told us with the Better Business Bureau thing, like even for them at the earliest to get that mark off his thing, it was gonna be at minimum like 6 months over something that he didn't even fucking do. It's bullshit. It shouldn't have happened to begin with. And his company is stupid for blindly believing that stuff. But unfortunately, in the United States, we live in a society where a lot of employers um, believe that stuff firsthand and don't properly investigate or ask questions later. It's it's unfortunately the way things are, and until other companies actually start investigating this kind of shit properly, there ain't nothing that we can really do. So the way Cody's going about that is probably like the best thing for him. And yeah, I mean, I really hope I don't go through that situation either because I mean that shit's terrible, dude. But yeah, I never been through that personally. I hope I never do, and I'm praying for you that you pull through this because this definitely sucks. However, constantly tagging Vex in posts that are related to her I almost promise you will hurt your case more than help it, because the courts will see you more as the aggressor instead of a victim of a clear crime. And this is true. The court of public opinion will view him as an aggressor in this and either drop the case entirely or view Vex as, oh, like, she did nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong here. And then drop the case. Kodiak wants a chance to, win the lawsuit. He needs to, stop talking about Vex. Now, not trying to silence the dude. That's not the point. Literally, whenever this kind of stuff happens, you have to be smart about it. Like, I hate pulling up like different examples, right? Like, look at the whole Tectone situation. What happened with him? Despite everything that happened, he still kept talking about Pikachu. And look what happened with him. Because he was such an aggressor and being such a deliberate fuckhead online, he got hit with basically everything in the book, even though he quote unquote failed the vibe check, as he puts it. Okay? And let's see. As legal mindset would give advice to people who are in the right but keep talking about it when they should keep it to themselves until everything blows over is, and quote, this is an actual quote from Legal Mindset, shut up, shut up, shut up. And I also just reiterated in that sentence, in this paragraph here, like, now I'm not trying to silence your voice and not talking about it. I'm trying to give you advice how to win the case. And yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. He would lose that. And I don't want him to lose that. Thank you, Moo. Like, exactly. I told Cody he would lose his Second Amendment as well as if he continued. I just don't want to see the guy go down, Yeah, exactly. I don't want him to lose his Second Amendment right. For him being, ex-military and all that stuff, and for him going through, like, the drills that he does every single Monday to maintain all of his skills and whatnot that he, like, retained in the military, that's important to him. I know for a fact it's important to him, and I would hate for him to lose that because he won't stop talking about Vex online. I just want him to have a somewhat functional life without any kind of restraint. Him talking about Vex is not helping this case. Again, love the dude, but he needs to stop. Now we go to the doxing and KF stuff. I'm not going to spell out KF because you know how crazy people gets. All right. Obviously, he got doxed. Not only during the Chaotic Maverick stuff, but also with Vex. Not going to sugarcoat it. It is bullshit that you have to go through that. Everyone in your community thinks that. However, I will say this, and I don't know if you as well, but constantly being, let's see, protection order, cease and desist. It's not a thing to mess with. Our court is not ready and cannot properly handle online cases. They have no idea how to handle the internet, and it's become political because you have to appease the public, not just go along with the laws. Exactly. And then, again, the whole Tectone thing. Granted, Pikachu is sorry, it's Twitch. A lady of the night. Even though she's a lady of the night, Tectone going off constantly saying shit the way he's been saying shit over and over again, does not help his case at all. Period. That's pretty obvious. Oh, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Had to mute myself there. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. So, not going to sugarcoat it. It's bullshit that you have to go through that. Everyone in your community thinks that. However, I will say this, and I don't know if you know as well, but constantly being aggressive in your post have consequences in your community as well. Other people are getting doxxed. All, all of our chats are being screenshotted and put up on KF. It's scary shit, and it's affecting everyone in your community. And that part is absolutely true. We had 4 individuals, I believe, other than Kodiak, that got doxxed during the whole thing. I'm not going to list names, but we've already talked about this in the past. It's not good. Especially since, you know, the rhetoric, it's, you know, it. Overall, it's just not good. Because I know DJ and all them, they stayed up in way late nights in the morning trying to figure out who the hell was doing it. And it took them a while, but they think they finally got the guy. Or girl, I don't fucking know. Yep. So, bestie, bed by night night. Keep up the good fight. You're doing great. Thank you, Jess. Hey, have a wonderful night. And have a good day at work tomorrow. We'll see you around. Alright. I always do what I can to back you up. You know that. But, and yeah, it's just kind of going on the whole thing about doxing and stuff like that. That, you know, I could be potentially affected by that. I don't want to get affected by that. I have a wife and kid to worry about. I don't want my stuff getting out there and having me lose my job. I don't want to get fucked over. So that's why a lot of the stuff recently, I actively stayed out of it. Because I don't want to get doxxed. I don't want my life to get uprooted and ruined. So yeah. Now we finally talk about accountability and the reason why I joined Doom Chuds to begin with. Like, you and I have the same mentality, or rather, I thought we had the same mentality when it came to accountability. I always surround myself with people that if they were out of line or if they fucked up on their own to own up on it. You said the same words yourself. He has said this in a previous video, in a previous stream. This is verbatim. And like I said in the very beginning, I associate myself around people who are accountable for their shit. If you're not accountable for your shit, or you make excuses, you're a waste of my time, and I don't want to be around you. I may not talk about a whole lot of stuff, but I've been through a lot of bullshit over my life. And a lot of it's really fucked up. And so I don't really talk about it all that much. So I've had many friend groups fall apart. I had many gaming groups fall apart because there was people who weren't accountable for their shit, and because of their actions, groups fell apart. Yo, what up, JC? But yeah, I want to surround myself with accountable people who are accountable for their shit. And I mean that. I absolutely mean that. Alright. You are genuinely a cool person, and I thought we had the same mindset. Those are the reasons enough to join. Hell, if I'd fuck up on anything, I would hope that other people around me would hold me accountable, just like myself and other Doom Chuds. And people who are close to you are trying to tell you to pump the brakes and stop angry posting. This is the point that we were trying to explain to Cody. And he admitted to himself that there was times where he ignored the mod chat. And we were trying to warn him and let him know what's going on. Read the context. Just be careful about stuff. I love the dude. Real cool dude. I know he apologized. He just needs to work on it. And yeah, there is that. And then the last paragraph I finish off with, look, Cody, there's other things I would like to say, but I really don't want to sound like an asshole. So I'll just say this. I love you like a brother. Please listen to reason. Please listen to your Doom Chuds and the people who supported you for a long ass time. Reach out to people. Please. If this pisses you off to a point where you don't want me to... Ugh. If this pisses you off to a point where you want me to completely drop the Doom Chuds tag entirely, I'll do it. If you don't want anything to do with me after this, that's fine. I still care about you. Even if you hate me afterwards, I really hope for the best. Vinny. And I mean that. I genuinely fucking mean that. Add. Okay. I'll wait. But yeah, I really do mean that, though. Cody's a really cool dude. I've been following him for a while now. I love his community. But it's getting to the point where it's getting harder and harder for me to kind of, stick around. So, and yeah, that was basically the whole docky that I sent to him. Again, just want to reiterate, I don't hate the dude. I love the dude like a brother. As it sits right now, I need to take a break. So, going forward, I'm going to drop the Doom Chud handle completely off my Twitter. I mean, I would like for him to reach out to me personally in DMs to talk to me. And that's entirely up to him if he wants to do that or not. But I'm dropping the Doom Chuds handle off of my Twitter. And as of right now, I am leaving the community on Discord. There's no ill will towards him whatsoever. I don't want anyone to hate on him. I don't want anyone to think less of him. He's just going through a really tough time right now. And unfortunately, because of that tough time, he's lashing out of all of his friends. Thankfully, he's seeing reason. He's trying to do better. But as of right now, I'm going to need a break. And that's pretty much where we're at right now.